What is up, guys? Happy Monday. Today is basics, and we're going to go ahead and look at some charts today so we can go see if we can find some opportunities for the week. All right, so let's go ahead. The first chart that, or the first, Julius, what's up, Julius? The first pair that Julius sent in was GBP JPY. So let's go ahead and look at the yens real quick. Let's get this out the way. Let's go ahead and look at the higher time frame just so we can have an understanding of what's going on. Cool. Okay, cool. So we can see right here that the market is in an uptrend in this specific area. And because we are on the monthly, like this right here, like it's a couple years, right? Like we're in 2019, 22, 24. You know what I'm saying? So that right there has been bullish for a couple years in this specific area. But what is it going up to? Right? What is it going up to? So when you're seeing that the market is bullish in this specific area, right? One, that's good that you're identifying that, but what is it going up to? So what we're going to have to do is go ahead and look far left so we can see the possibilities. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. You guys can unmute, let me know. Let's look at the chart. Awesome, Austin. Don't let me forget that. Cool. So right now, looking at structure, just by looking at structure, can anybody see any opportunities on the monthly time frame? If you guys want to annotate on my chart, that would be cool. That is fine with me. If it gives you the opportunity. Last call, it said you guys said that it didn't. Um, so you know what? It's okay. So just looking at this chart, right? This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing higher high, higher low. We do get a high, and then we change character, and then we make equal lows. Right? Equal lows. And then what happens? The market is coming up now. So by looking at that on the monthly time frame, I'm just focused on structure right now. You see how we get that BOS of the upside right there? I'm gonna go ahead and just label that. And notice every time I look at a chart, guys, I'm always on the higher time frame. Why? Because it gives me clarity of what the market's doing inside of here. Right? Sometimes the market could be looking like sales, could be looking like buys. When we go on a higher time frame, it really gives us a good understanding of what we should be looking for and what we should be waiting for down in this specific area. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense for you. So we also get this change of character here, which is pretty nice, right? That's fairly clean. So let's go ahead and just get change of character. Let's label that. Cool. And as I zoom in, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Would you guys consider this a rally breakout to the downside right here? You guys can unmute. If you guys can't type, I don't know why it wouldn't be letting you type. But if y'all can unmute, would y'all consider that a bearish breakout rally? Yes, right? Awesome. So we have to follow that rally back up to the last selling candle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, right here. This candle right here is my last. Is that? Oh, that was an arrow. Last buying candle. So this would be my starting point right here. Line that up. Right, that's my starting point. And my shoulder would be this whole area right here with my stop loss at this high. Right, that would be my stop loss for the head and the shoulder setup. Right, does that make sense, guys? So far, what we're looking at right here in this specific area based off of structure? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Yes, awesome. So we can see we had a starting point right here. Now look, we had a massive drop. Now on the monthly, it doesn't look like that big of a drop. Oops. Well, let's go ahead and count that. That's over 2,000 pips. That's over 2,500 pips. Right? That's a lot of movement. Right? That's a lot of movement. But look, guys, again, we are in an uptrend in this specific area, right? So realistically, what did the market sell down to? Right? If we were looking to continue buys to, the shoulder or to the starting point, Would you guys consider this a bullish break of structure to the upside?
Yep.
Yes, awesome. Right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles. My starting point would be right here. Boom, starting point. Let's label those blue. I don't know why. It looks kind of ugly on this screen. All right, cool. So we can see that this monthly starting point that was where we're looking for possible sales gave you over 2,000 pips into this buy zone. And right now we're in between both starting points, right? We're in between this selling starting point and this buying starting point. Makes sense, guys? So right now what we have to do is dive deeper into the lower time frames to see what we can see. Now on the monthly time frame, this would be my change of character, right? So this is the closest pullback. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Now, obviously the market's doing what it's doing right here, but if we can go ahead and break and close below, that would be my change of character. Does that make sense, guys? So let's go ahead and just label this need change of character or sell opportunity. Let's go ahead and just label that. Cool. Awesome. So now let's go ahead and dive down to the weekly time frame. So based off of structure right here, we can see we get a high, a low, we go higher, but touches my SP, and then we get that change of character that we're looking for. So if you were looking for sells off this setup, this would be your shoulder, which looks like it barely missed. Right? Let's dive deep to a lower time frame real quick. The daily. Okay, cool. So similar zone right here with the shoulder. And what can we see right here, guys? What can we see right here? This was that change of character area. But notice how levels literally letting us know, hey, we have a break of structure to the downside. So my selling starting point would be right here in this area. Now, I believe it goes a bit higher, right? It does go a bit higher, but it ends up holding it down, right? Look at the structure that it gives us. Now, it's not the cleanest structure, but not every setup, guys, is going to give you clean structure to look at. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. We have a break of structure here. I'm going to tell you right now. Give me a second. I got you. So we have a break of structure to the upside here. Notice how we have another higher high, higher low, and then we get another break of structure to the upside here. So let's go ahead. Awesome. Thank you, Austin. Now look at this, guys. My change of character would be right here. Change of character. So look at this. We know that, yes, anybody who entered first, they got stop lost, right? Got in early, they hit stop loss, and then what happens? The market gives you the move that you're looking for, right? And that happens sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We're not always going to be or getting the snipe or getting, no drawdown. Sometimes the market's going to mess with our emotions. It's going to pick our pockets and then it's going to go in our direction. But as long as you focus on the structure, guys, you're going to be okay. Like you shouldn't be overthinking, especially when market's giving you the confirmations that you're looking for, right? Like look at this. If you were looking for buys, you're like, well, look, market just hit my stop loss. That sucks. Let's just look for buys because the market just gave us a break of structure to the upside. So in essence, you'd be thinking, well, maybe we should start looking for buys here, right? And then look, you get stop lost again, goes into profit, and then it gives you the real change of character. I mean, it gives you the change of character here, obviously. But if you were looking for buys, you got stopped at again. Now look, it gives you the confirmation though. It gives you the answer. Notice how we break structure to the downside, and my starting point is right here. And it holds it down. Literally. My shoulder would be this area here. You end up holding a little bit of drawdown. Let's delete this. Does that make sense, guys? With left shoulder, neckline, head, change of character, right shoulder, drop. You guys see that? Let me know. Let me know. Because this happens fast, right? Like this is, I guess it's not fast because this is a daily time frame. But you sometimes to make it more clear for us, you want a lot of consolidation. Right? Something that looks like this. This is a lot of consolidation. And then it happens kind of quick. Like that's clean structure, you know? So no matter what you were looking at, your stop loss should have been this high, right? Whether it was off of the shoulder or off of the starting point market, your stop loss is going to be the high. So we'll just stick to the starting point because it's the cleanest entry. And then look what happens. Once it hits that starting point, I'm just going to leave it alone for now because it's kind of in the middle of everything. But as soon as we hit the starting point, notice how we start breaking structure to the downside again. And this will give us another BOS. Boom. So guys, would this be considered a breakout rally to the downside? You guys tell me. Now again, this is the daily time frame, right? The daily time frame. So you're like, well, how many candles does it need to be a breakout? Really, I would like to see if it's one candle, this is definitely clean enough. It's below, it's strong, it looks like a solid change of character or a solid break of structure. That's enough for sure. Look at that. Now my starting point to this setup would be right here with my stop loss at this high. That's the highest wick in that area, right? Again, on the daily time frame. Notice how it looks like we're breaking structure here now as well. Let's go back up to the weekly. All right. It was just a wick on the weekly. But notice how we do break structure right here as well. So look, where's my next starting point that falls in line? If this is a break of structure, right? If this is my break of structure, notice how we have lower low, lower high, breakout rally to the downside. Where's my starting point, guys? Can you guys annotate on my chart or no? Does it give you the option? If it does, try it. Let's go. Everybody's lighting it up. Love it. That's my new starting point. So I'll be waiting right here. If you're going to continue to look for sales, this is the very next starting point that's in line, right? Now, obviously, we still have the shoulder. Oops. Where are we at? Where are we at? Is it this one? Oh, no. So we do have this shoulder right here. That's the very first shoulder we should be worried about because on the monthly time frame, this is like super, super far. So on the daily time frame, this is the right shoulder that we should be worried about, right? This is the drop that happened this year. Look at that. Over 2,000 pips off of that starting point. Like, I'm not going to mess around with this. If this is what structure is giving me, this is what I'm going to be looking at. So notice how we barely miss that right shoulder. And it almost gives us like equal highs liquidity type of vibes, right? So if the market wants to make its way, let's say it does, violate this zone and comes to that right shoulder, I would not be mad. And I would just look for the same thing again. But if it does respect this and we can get a change of character again, let's look to continue these sales. Let's look to continue those. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. Now, again, we're on the daily time frame, and look at this. We're on the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame. I'm gonna go ahead and delete some of this. Guys, so we can see on the daily, this zone right here was a starting point. But can you see anything else inside of here that looks good for an entry? Did anybody see that? Go ahead and annotate. If you can see it, go ahead and draw my chart. It's inside of here. It's not up here and it's not down here. It's right inside of here. Does anybody see it? Where's my water in it? Give me a second. Let's go, Sway. Let's go, Sway. All right, you guys can delete that
Yes,
now.
sir.
So my shoulder, look at this, guys. Notice how we have a BOS to the upside, bullish BOS to the upside, and then we end up reversing, and it changes character, but it also continues that bearish break of structure, right? So I would be looking for a shoulder entry right in this area to see if we can continue sales. Now, again, we never have to be the first one in, fam. Like, again, we do not. So what are we doing right now? As the market is going higher, we should be marking up our bullish BOSs and have our change of character line ready. And if the market continues to go up, let's say we get something that looks like this, market bounces back and we go higher. Awesome. Let's go ahead and mark that up, move this higher, and just we rinse and repeat. We continue to do that until it hits our zone, until it gives us the confirmations we need to see. Over and over again, guys. Let's say it hits our entry. Awesome. Maybe we haven't got in yet, but I still need to adjust my zones, right? And if you did get in, and this is the thing too, guys, right? If you did get in here, understand if the market does not break and close below this black line and it goes higher, that's okay. Understand the setup needs to present itself. So if it does go higher, that's okay. You were the first one in. It was a test trade. But now look, if you got in here, you really got in at the left shoulder, the new left shoulder, right? And once it goes higher, this piece right here, this is the head. Once we change character, we have a setup and we can start looking to continue these sales. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, guys, this is something that I would be waiting for. Let's go ahead and go to the daily time frame real quick. I just don't like that it's creating like liquidity right here. You know, even like trend line looks like some trend line liquidity. I don't really like that. So if we can get that market structure we need to see in that area, I would not mind taking some sales. But look, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Awesome. Let's delete this. If we break and close above here, right? If we break and close above, we could start looking for buys. If the market pulls back, let's look for some buy opportunities. You could find your starting points, and then we can continue this to that daily shoulder. This would be a perfect exit zone. And then if that breaks and closes above and we continue, I would love to see if we can just continue to hold these things, bro. To be honest. Let's go ahead and look at Austin's setup. Gold futures. Gold futures. What are you looking at exactly on here, Austin? If you don't mind. Okay. Let's see. Is this the same one? Okay, yeah. Let's see. So gold futures. Let's just go. Let's go see what's up. Is it COMEX? This one. Let's see, what does it say? Currently in buys daily time frame. All right, so right now this gold future is, it looks like it's at all-time highs. Well, we all know that gold's like always, it's been bullish. So let's go ahead. Dang, this setup looks super clean. I don't know when it's gonna come back down here, but these setups right here look clean as hell. But let's go ahead and dive in a bit. So we can see right here, this is the closest. This is the closest starting point on the monthly time frame. We do have a bullish BOS, which makes this right here my starting point. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Now let's drop down slowly down to the weekly time frame. So we know this area specifically is the monthly. Now it looks like the weekly time frame respected this starting point here. We had another BOS to the upside, and market was respecting this zone. Let's continue to drop down to the daily time frame. Are you in buys from down here, Austin? Is Austin still on this call? Let me see. Why does it not focus on me, bro? Crazy. There we go. It is what it is. All right, I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and take a look. So on the daily time frame, this is the closest pullback. Lower low, lower high, lower low. And we would like to see a change of character to the upside right here. Let's go ahead. Let's delete this. Drop down a 4-hour time frame. Dang, it looks like this was a missed opportunity, but man, that one right there would have been solid. That was most likely a missed opportunity. Obviously that happens. And every strategy you guys learn, if you guys learn, I mean, whatever you guys are trading, whether it's support and resistance, supply and demand, smart money levels, whatever the case, you're going to have snipes, you're going to have drawdowns, you're going to have misses, and you're going to have losses. There's nothing we can do about that. But that looks like it was just a missed opportunity. And, it is what it is. So let's go ahead. We're on the 4-hour time frame. I'm kind of liking this area here. Notice how we sweep these lows. It's not a BOS, right? It's not a break of structure because this wick doesn't have um a full body candle close below. It was more of like a liquidity sweep. And then we have a left shoulder happening right there. So if we zoom in more, notice how we have the change of character here, right? Bullish change of character. And look at this. We have a breakout rally, 2 candle breakout rally to the upside. And my starting point to this play would be right here. So right now we would be waiting. I mean, market's chilling right here. It can be consolidating. And all we have to do is wait for another drop down. We could start looking for potential entries and we could shift the market back up to the upside and continue that. Make sense, guys? Doesn't look like Austin's on this call no more, but I hope he watches the recording after. Let's go ahead. See. What pairs, guys? Give me some pairs to look at. Give me some pairs to look at. Bruno said indices. Indices, bro. Let's go and take a look. So I've seen this imbalance here, and I don't take imbalance opportunities. I just mark it up to see what could happen. But because there is an imbalance there, I obviously know the market can react off of that. So what am I doing? I have my change of character line. So notice how we have a bearish BOS, right? Bearish BOS. Now the market is sitting inside of this buy zone right now. Right? So if the market respects this zone and we break and close above, I would continue looking for more buys. Right? I like this setup if it can trade character because look at how all this liquidity was built, and this was obviously swept. and we still have liquidity sitting at the top here. So there is still incentive for the market to go higher. We just have to wait. Now, if you want to see something for like the morning time, if the market, let me see, sending messages. US 30. You don't even trade US 30. Get out of here. Get out of here, Angie. You don't trade that stuff. Leave it for me. But look at right now. Look at how it's consolidating. Now, we already shifted, and it looks like the market is gonna break and change character. So what I would do is this is a little tip. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. Stop, settle down. Let's go to the. So it does look like it changed character in this specific area, but I would like it to continue higher. That's not really a convincing change of character for me. So if we can go higher, we can possibly take a look at something like this in the morning, right? But again, it doesn't look like it's fully developed yet, right? Let it consolidate for the morning because if, let's say, let's say, right, we're looking, we get the change of character, right? And then we're looking for buys right here, and the market drops down lower, and then we end up reversing here. And that would be more of the play because it gives us a bearish view west of the downside or liquidity sweep, and then we actually get the change of character, right? So things like that is where you can get caught in the manipulation. Just make sure you get something that looks solid. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense because right now it's kind of giving, it like it wants to push up, but I wanted to give some better confirmation. You know what I'm saying? So if you end up, hitting a little loss tomorrow with something that looks like this, it's still a possibility. It's in the air, but if it looks like this and the market drops and then we reverse and we change character, hey, you got. There's nothing that we can do about that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to be super picky and see the things that we need to see in order to feel confident when taking trades. But if we can get something that looks like that off of this zone, then maybe we can look for potential buy opportunities in the future. So we can go ahead and smack that and send it back up. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. But right now it's all speculation, you know what I'm saying, because it hasn't given us that yet. But it's good to think in opportunities. You guys should start thinking in different ways on how the market could be moving to potentially hit your, take you out. But right now, I would still like the market to drop, to be honest. And obviously it would be a crazy, crazy drop, but I would not mind if the market can come a bit lower. You know what I'm saying? Right here on the 4-hour time frame, we do have the BOS. We do have the BOS, and my starting point to that is right here. So let's go ahead and copy or clone it. It's right here, right? So I would not mind if we can go a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? But it's a waiting game. Let's go ahead and put an alert right there. It's a waiting game. So right now, this is what I'm waiting for. We're just gonna have to see what the market looks like in the morning. Now on the 1-hour time frame, it's already given kind of like that vibe. I wish it looked cleaner though, but it doesn't. 30-minute, I mean, it is what it is. I would want the market to go higher though. I really do. I want it to go a bit higher. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a line here and once per bar close, crossing up. That way I can be notified when the market goes higher so I can go ahead and take a look at that, see what it looks like. But it makes sense, guys. Right now it's just a waiting game. Right now it's just a waiting game until we can see what it does for London and then New York. We'll just have to see because like right now we're trading inside of the Tokyo session, right, which usually builds up liquidity. So it's consolidating right now, right? What if market sweeps for London and then changes character, and then for New York, it's chilling right here, right? If we see that, oh man, let's go ahead and start looking for some buy opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But what if it looks something like this by the time we wake up? Consolidation, right? We breaking close to the upside for London, and then when we wake up, it looks like it's down here. If it looks like that, well, then we know it wants to continue dropping. Let's go ahead and take some sell opportunities. Does that make sense, guys? So like trading the indices around this time, I don't really like to do it unless it gives you like a super solid um market structure. But something that looks like this isn't too clean in my opinion. So it's all good. Just the camera a bit. All right, let's go. Nice. So right now it's jumping off of the Fibonacci and Groovy. Let's go ahead and clean up some of this stuff. Sure, leave that there. Let's look at what Soga. Yeah, so I'm looking at the same thing pretty much. Is it? Yo, can you guys hear me? Has it been like this the whole time? Yeah, you found me. Just let me do that. It's a pleasure. But I'm looking at something similar. All right, maybe it's something. It's something good. So if we go to the 4 hour time frame, the 1 hour, you see a starting point right here. But look at, but again, look at who is holding it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the weekly real quick. And we'll look at the weekly starting points right here. Different thing. Daily starting point in front of you. Right. So for the nice still has opportunity to pull back a bit longer. Right, which one we kind of like to see if US 30 can pull back a bit lower. Would not mind that, to be honest. Would not mind that. And look at what we got here. If the market can change character by the morning, and if the market's chilling right here, higher high, higher low, higher high, and the market's chilling right here by the morning, great. Let's start seeing if we can look for some selling opportunities. But right now, it's holding it down. Nothing we can do about that. Look, it's consolidating. It's consolidating. You know, we literally gave us a range. This is the lower low. This is the lower high. So right now, we are literally stuck in between them. Market is literally consolidating within that range of do this lower low, lower high, consolidating. Right. So this consolidation is going to be important in the morning. We're going to stick to the upside and change character, or are we going to stick to the downside and change character? Does that make sense, guys? So there here, this is important consolidation for the morning time right now, but we can do nothing right now, so it's a waiting game. Awesome. Same thing with SPX, right? We have the daily starting point that's down here. That's why like we didn't mind if the indices dropped a little bit lower to be real. But we do have a starting point right here as well. Let's delete this. We have a starting point right here as well. Haven't moved. So let's go ahead and drop down a little more. So we can see the closest pullback we have is it's right we have lower low, lower high, markets inside possible buy zone, right now it's consolidating again. So again, if we continue to consolidate and keep lower, let's say we can get this for lending, market change character. If the market changes character in New York, we can potentially look for some more buying opportunities to tip the market here. But look at this. If the market, because right now we have a bearish BLS and not revenue. So this green candle, that's the starting point that's going to be holding down the four changes character. So like, what if we consolidate right here? When that sweeps, changes character, and then if market is down here consolidating, well, market already told us what it wanted to do overnight. So now we just have to continue that trend. Does that make sense, guys? The market will literally tell you what it wants to do by sweeping in a certain direction first and then changing character. So once you can start seeing that and identifying that, man, it's gonna be a whole lot different for you guys. Now you just have to wait for the confirmations and then just make the moves when it's time to make the moves. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, this is really what I'm aiming for. You know, move right here. So we'll see by the morning. You know, the stop loss will be the low. Right, so we'll see by the morning. Maybe this is what it's waiting for the rest of the indices. Because we're chilling right here. Market's chilling right here. Market's already in that buy zone. So we'll just have to see, guys. We'll just have to see. Let's see. I know someone said UDUSD. Let's go back to levels. ADUSD. And it looks like it's moving right now. It looks like it's moving. That's crazy. Let's go to the weekly time frame real quick. Monthly. Oops. Let's take a look. Right. So on a weekly time frame, it looks like we're literally caught inside of this range. Like there's nothing we can really do about that on the monthly time frame. The market's just gonna do what it wants to do. Right. But let's drop down to the weekly. Market inside this structure. I really missed it. Crazy word. Crazy word. But check this out, guys. So we do get the BOS on the inside, and then the market, in order to get a continuation, I'm sorry, the change of character, it would be this low. Let's see, hold on. Yes. Because we get the high. Notice how we get support here too. Support, resistance, support, VLS. I would like to see if we could change character then in order to continue with these um the seller's momentum. Right. So let's just leave that in front. Let's jump down at daily time frame. What's over here on the side? Right. On this other story quick. Right now I'm looking at sales up here. Notice how we have the bearish VMS breakout rally. My starting point would be right here on the daily time frame. Right. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop down to 4 hour. Mm, essentially over here. Yeah, so yeah, cool. The daily starting point? Okay, yeah, never mind. So we know this whole zone is a daily starting point, right? And when I dissect it, notice how we drop down. This would be the left shoulder, and then we have the change of character that happened right here. Cool. We got them. And now look at this. We have liquidity sitting right above. I'm sorry, right below. Right? We have liquidity sitting right below there. And look at this, guys. I was going to pay attention to ADUSD. Where should my change of character be? Where should my change of character line be? Did anybody want it to? I need to address this. It should not be like that. Anybody know? Anybody want to correct me? Come on, correct me, bro. It's all good. No? Yes, thank you, sir. You change the character line should be right here. Once you didn't have to make so much respect. You didn't really focus on ADUSD. But you have the hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Damn, you gotta tell me that way sooner. But I appreciate you guys. All right. Well, it is what it is. but I gave the market way too much respect. The change of character should happen here. Now, notice this is my breakout rally, right? My starting point to that is right here, and it's bouncing off of that right now. Bouncing off of that thing right now. Right? So let's go ahead and take a look. This area is holding it down. We get the change of character. So if anybody has entered off that 50 there, I mean, they're in profit already. Oh man, it either came down to the 1 hour starting point. Crazy. That's crazy. Sniped it. Right? So let's drop down to 15. So look, if you guys have missed it, because I didn't even take this trade, right? If you guys missed it, on the 5 minute, the change of character you're waiting for is there. I mean, nothing we can do. We missed it. So it would be left shoulder, neckline, the head, and then we're waiting for the market to change character so we can go ahead and take the next opportunity, right? We're late. I mean, that just increases our risk, right? Don't hop in unless we get extra confirmation because the market can still drop lower. If the market is holding it down here and the market makes its way, the market can still drop lower. As long as it doesn't break and close above, we can still drop lower. Right? So just wait for it. If you want to wait for the 15 minute, 15 minutes a bit high. Right? But again, we're waiting for the same thing. Shoulder, neckline, head, change of character, right shoulder, continue with these bows. Let's see. And if the market wants to break and close below here, all it's doing is setting us up for another head and shoulder. Shoulder, neckline, head. If we break and close below, we're just going to continue taking more sells. Continue taking more sells. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move this actually. Let's drop down to the 5. I'm going to move this change of character line because we got that right here. So now we'll know by the morning if it's really gonna, if we're looking for buys or if we're gonna continue selling. We should know by the morning. Let's see. EURAUD. Oh man, that thing's buying, bro. We're gonna have some buys for tomorrow. Watch. Let's go to the monthly. Monthly looks horrible. Monthly's caught right here in this consolidation. Nothing we can do about that. That's freaking ugly. Nothing we can do about that. Let's go ahead and mark this up real quick. Starting point there. Right, starting point there, but look at what we have here, guys. Right, we do have a BOS of the upside, and then we do change character. So right now, the market is in drawdown a bit, but technically, my right shoulder is holding it down. Right, it's holding it down. So let's drop down to the weekly time frame. Now, this setup, it's just pretty messy because this is a pair that consolidates a lot. But notice this. We have a high point, and then it drops and gives me a low point. Did everybody see that? So it wouldn't be a BOS, but this would be a liquidity sweep, right? That would be more of a liquidity sweep because the candle didn't break and close above it, but the market definitely tried to, but that was more of a liquidity sweep. Now, in order to change character, I would like to see if the market can break and close below this line now. Why that line? Because, guys, the market gave us a high, and then market dropped down as low as it could and came all the way down to here. Market tried to give us a new high and it failed. So if the market can change character, we would continue looking for sells. right? But as of right now, it's holding this zone. So let's drop down to see what we're looking for on the daily. Let's see, let's see. All right, cool. Appreciate you. Got you. Loud and clear. All right, guys. So notice how the market does not break and close below. But notice this. Market gives me a low, gives me a high. We drop and close lower, or we don't close lower, but the market pushes and tries to go lower. Right now, if the market can break and close above this high, we're gonna start looking for more buys and to shift the market back up. Right. And again, this wouldn't be a BOS. This would be more of a liquidity sweep. Now, again, if we can go ahead and change character here, we can start looking for more buys. Why? One, because it looks like the setup in this area is already taken. We had the BOS there with the change of character. So my left shoulder is right there. Came right back and we took some sell opportunities. Right after that would be right here. Market came back and gave some sell opportunities. Now, there are no more clean head and shoulders, and if it is, it's this one, right? Which is and super drawdown, and it doesn't look like it's going to hold very much. So if the market can continue up higher, that would be a good thing. Now let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Now look at this, guys. Look at the structure that market is giving us right here. Can you guys see this structure? Now, again, sometimes this is how head and shoulders are going to look with pairs that consolidate and don't move a whole lot. Like all of this is liquidity. Like trend line liquidity, trend line liquidity, trend line liquidity, trend line liquidity. But what is that also? We have lower low, lower high, lower low. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 2 if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. So look at this. We break and close above. We break and close above here. This would be my inverted. Let's see. Levels is saying this is my starting point, so we would have a starting point here as well. But look at this. We also have a starting point right here. And this is how we know that the market's going to save these zones for later. Because even though this is a beautiful inverted and we have a really nice starting point, look at how the market's moving. Like it's not ready to drop back down yet. You guys can see that, right? Notice how we have higher high, consolidation, higher low, consolidation, BOS to the upside. So this would be my BOS with my starting point right here. Now, again, we're on the 4-hour time frame. Where's my closest pullback? We have a pullback here. So look, this would be my bearish BOS. My change of character, I need it to happen right here. And it looks like it's going to give me that in the next hour and a half, an hour and 10 minutes. If we can go ahead and look and get this change of character, we can continue to look for more buys, right? And look, we have a starting point right here. And it looks like it's about to violate that right now. Oh, let's see. I would still wait for the 4-hour, right? So once we get that, we can start looking for buys in this area. Now, again, because that's a big zone, and my stop loss would technically be this, right? That's my stop loss technically on a head and shoulder setup, right? Let's wait for the confirmation tomorrow. Let's wait. So when the market drops down, let's say the market pushes up as high as here. Now, once the market starts dropping down, we have to mark up our BOSs so we could be more accurate, because this whole thing, technically, if the market can push higher, my starting point would be right here, which gives us a way better risk to reward. And I wouldn't mind moving my stop loss down here either. Something like this. If the market can make its way down here, I would not mind that, so we can continue with our buys. right? But because there's a possible buy opportunity here, I'm not trying to have a stop that looks like this. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm not going to do it. So what we have to do is just mark up so we can be accurate. Market pulls back, and we can, oops, and we continue with our BOSs to the downside. Let's just mark up. Mark it up. Where's my change of character line? I need that. Cool. Market jumps down, pulls back. Cool. Let's continue to adjust. My change of character line needs to drop down. This is crazy. Market pulls back, hits my zone. Awesome. Maybe I haven't entered yet, but my change of character line is right here. So as soon as we get this change of character, we can start looking for more opportunities and shift that market up higher. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense for y'all. This actually looks pretty clean. Let's drop down to the 30-minute. It looks like there's a starting point right here in this area. And that's right before the big imbalance push. So let's see. Let's see if the market can drop down there as well. Yeah, not too bad. I kind of like this setup, to be honest. The market looks like it's running. Market looks like it's running. Whoever sent this in, solid, bro. Super, super solid. But does anybody have any questions before we head out? Let me know, guys. 43 on the call. Let's go. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Any questions, fam? Let me know. Again, we are waiting. Market pushes up higher. We are waiting. Let's wait for the confirmation that we need to see, so we can start looking for some buy opportunities. Again, this is a possibility, but we'll just wait for the confirmations, right? We need this change of character. So whoever sent this in, we need the change of character still. It hasn't happened on the 4-hour time frame. Need change of character. All right, guys. Guys, let me know how'd you guys like this call today? We didn't really go over any we didn't go over the basics as much, but that's fine because I feel like we do that almost every call. Literally every call, I break it down for y'all. So I feel like it's cool to go ahead and just break down the charts because I mean that's what we're here for, right? So give me some fire emojis if you guys were able to catch some value today, guys. Let me know. Where are you guys tuning in from too? What city and state are you guys tuning in from? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from because I got something for you guys. This weekend, fam. This weekend, I will be in Modesto, and I'm also gonna be in another place for y'all. I know you guys have been asking, and I want to go ahead and go out and share that with you guys. So I'm glad that you guys are on this call. That way, you guys can go ahead and see where we're gonna be at this weekend, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up something real quick, and then I will go ahead and share. Let me see. Why can't I get this out the way? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Copy the link. All right, bet. I'm everywhere, bro. I'm everywhere. Let me tap this into everyone in the meeting. Paste. Bet. Guys, I will be in Modesto this weekend on the 15th. So if you guys are close, which a lot of y'all are, right? A lot of you guys live in California. So if you guys want to get some in-person access to go ahead and ask your questions, that way you guys can get your feedback, ask about charts in person so I can give you some feedback. Guys, this is going to be pretty lit. We have myself, Bavik, Angie, and Miguel coming down. Guys, we are not with you all the time. We're not with you all the time. We're only with each other for a short amount of time throughout the year. Like we really are. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do the events and things like that a couple times a year, but shoot, that's maybe max like 3 weeks throughout the year that we get to see each other in person and ask questions and get some value and things like that, right? So, guys, if you guys are in the area, tap in. We will be doing an event December 15th, and the event is free for y'all, right? We just want to give back and give you guys some value. So make sure y'all hit up your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your homies, your homegirls, right? Y'all can get ratchet. Y'all can send invites to get ratchet. Y'all can go ahead and send invites to put your homies on game so we can all get ready for this next bull run together. Are we good on that? Give me some fire emojis if we are all in line with that. Coming to a city near you, Chris. I hope to see you there, bro. I really do. All right, let's go ahead and end this. But with that being said,
Wait,
guys,
real quick, Vinny. Real
what's
quick.
up?
If you don't mind, I actually want to drop what we have that you didn't really talk about.
I
Uh
was gonna send it to
yeah,
you
yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So real quick, guys, real quick. Huge shout out to Vinny. Drop some ones in the chat because I don't know if you guys know this, but he is the main reason that levels was even brought up inside of the powerhouse community. So shout out to him first off, right? And I was told, come on here, give you guys the release that we're gonna be having Vinny out here in Dallas, Texas. Yes, Dallas, Texas. So if you're anybody on here that is near Dallas, Texas, or DFW, my bad, anywhere near DFW, make sure you go ahead and reserve your ticket. So I just went ahead and sent the wrong one.
Wrong
Um,
link, wrong link.
yeah,
Join
wrong
the
link.
events, bro.
That was my let me see. Let me copy it again. Boom, boom.
Now that you're trying to scam us, bro.
That was my wallet address. Okay, there you go. So I went ahead and sent the link out. And there goes the flyer right there. It's gonna be me, Vinny, and Caesar. Caesar's out here in Dallas too. If you guys heard about him, the results he's been able to create with levels. For sure, you don't want to miss it. We only have 15 early birds, so make sure you go ahead and lock in your ticket. So yeah, with that being said, I know that's be the end of the call. So go ahead and take it away, Vinny. Just wanted to drop that.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Um, so yeah, guys, with that being said, man, hope to see you guys there. I don't go out to Dallas very often. I mean, that's my first time out there, to be real. Right. So I hope to see everybody there. I mean, Texas should be packed out. Modesto should be packed out. So I'll see you, man. Come with questions. I'm ready to give you guys some value, man. I have some setups ready. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Hey, Benny, hit Harry Hines while you're down there. All right, for sure. Where's that at? In Texas or what? Oh man, I don't even know. I don't know where that's at. But yeah, Levels call on Monday will be in Texas. Right. So I will see you guys there. Peace out, guys. Thank you for hopping on.